We're having a lot of self-limiting beliefs come up. Sometimes we internalize that as our own mind thinking that of self, when in reality that is somebody else's voice that you are hearing, but you think it's yours because you're hearing it in your voice. So I'll give you some examples, and this is how we heal our inner children and unblock our chakras and move forward in life. I was holding a masterclass series yesterday, and it was day 1, and I had a PowerPoint presentation, and I messed up one of the slides. It was a repeat. I tried to talk about the root chakra, sacral chakra, and the sacral chakra was messed up. Okay, the slide. I started having like an internal meltdown inside, and I told my inner children, like, hey, let's talk about it after class. It's fine. I understand that you're upset. We're going to talk about it afterwards. So get done with the class. I started having kind of like a panic attack afterwards because my central nervous system went into fight or flight, and I was holding off to get to that place until after we were done. And then I started hearing these voices in my head, which I haven't heard for a very long time. But as a healer or a teacher, a lot of us know that what we teach is often what we get as an experience back to help us level up. And so we were talking about inner child healing in the class. And so I started hearing these voices that say, you are so dumb. Nobody is going to think that you know what you're talking about. You are talking too fast, you're not speaking coherently. And I was like, whoa, where do those come from? And I started asking my inner children, like, thank you so much for showing me that and feeling safe to express those feelings and emotions. Let's talk about it a little bit. So the voice saying, you're so dumb, my grandmother who raised me used to say those things about herself. And so I internalized that and would say it to myself, thinking that it was me, but actually that was a voice that I heard. The one that was saying people are going to think that you don't know what you're talking about was from gaslighting relationships and bosses that I've had in the past, where I do know what I'm talking about and I have been invalidated. The third one was I wasn't talking coherently and talking too fast. That one was from my grandfather, because he was an English professor and a principal, and he would be very hard on me about being articulate and slowing down when I speak. Okay, he wasn't neurospicy like I am, and so I talk 9,000 miles per hour, but other neurospicy people listen at that rate. I wanted to share this because those self-limiting beliefs are usually coming from childhood, from somewhere. And if you take a second to ask yourself, where is that voice coming from? Is that mine, or is that something that I heard in childhood and internalized? Because often it's not you. If you need help figuring out where your self-limiting beliefs came from, then you can go to my profile and click, and I have a whole bunch of resources there.